Want to save money on your next real estate transaction? A discount realtor might be something you're considering, but I'm going to show you how it might cost you thousands. We've got 5 things to consider before you hire a discount realtor, and that's what we're talking about this week. We're thrilled you're here. Let's get into it. So thanks for joining us when you're considering a discount realtor. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Alex Brandaw, and I'm your friend in real estate in Nashville, and we bring in great content that we share with our clients in our market just like this every single week, and we really appreciate people participating and asking good questions and leaving comments and liking and sharing this with the people they know that are moving to Middle Tennessee. So we're thrilled you're here with us. And this video came about from an actual experience that we had in the market where we were referred to somebody who actually was considering and had been working with a discount realtor, and they were in a big hurry. They needed to sell. They'd moved out of town. The property was not abandoned, but they weren't living there, and they for sure weren't having people check on it in a regular way. And so we realized ultimately this is something we need to share with the community and the world, right? That tell them about the differences and the things you might get. They're only focused on the discount realtor and saving money on commissions, and they're not considering the other points that may cost them thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars by going with a discount broker. So that's what we're going to jump into today. We're thrilled you're with us. If you get any value in what we're sharing with you today, please help us out. Smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and participate with us. Give us a comment as we go below. So here we go. 5 things you need to consider when you're thinking about hiring a discount real estate agent. Okay, number 1 is their pricing strategy. So people don't consider when they go through and are like, hey, I really need to save money on my commissions, but that this transaction's really tight. I really need to save money on the commission so I can get this home sold. And many people don't think about when they say, hey, will you take a discount? And agents just say yes. They don't think about, well, what kind of effort am I going to get from them? What kind of professional advice am I getting from them? But most specifically, tell me about the pricing strategy. So number 1, talking to them and talking about and considering your pricing strategy is absolutely critical. Tens of thousands of dollars could be lost in this one talking point, and this one thing that we're considering by not talking about that with the agent. And you may be like, oh, I'm going to make sure that they price it right. And if you've negotiated that way and you're in business with them, they may be pricing the house way under market, so it just sells quickly. So you're a blip on their screen for their year in the transaction, like, yep, I'm just going to get what I can get and move on down the road. And that may end up being anywhere from 3 to 7% off fair market value. And if you've gone through and negotiated maybe 0.5% or a full percent, or maybe as much as 1.5% off, well, gosh, that amount compared to the 3 to 7% that discount agent may be doing and may be pricing just to move you on down the road, I think that's, a net loss, right? By going ahead and paying for someone at a full commission that gets you full fair market value. On a house like this that has a difference, it could be 30, 40, even $50,000 difference net to you in the end by simply focusing on the commissions and not thinking about the full fair market value and that pricing strategy as far as the timeline. They may be thinking, hey, let's just go ahead and get this thing sold as quick as you can. And that may be your goal too. But an actual full-scale realtor would actually be talking through those talking points with you and making sure that you have a pricing strategy that also matches your timelines. So make sure before you hire a discount agent, make sure you consider the pricing strategies. The next thing you need to consider is the marketing limitations. Now, again, we run into this just about every single week where someone comes to us and says, hey, we want to list our price, but we want to get a great deal. How much discount will you go with? Well, no one ever asks us, how much will you take out of your marketing budget for our product? That question just never comes up. The other one does. So you want to make sure that you're talking about the marketing budget. Now, why might that matter? When you're going through this process, you need to know and look at a comprehensive marketing plan that the agent is going to have to showcase your property, because this goes through and attracts as many potential buyers as possible that are actively in the market. Now, if you have a discount agent, that may drastically reduce the amount of marketing dollars they have, or they may do absolutely none. They may not even put a sign in the yard. Some of them won't even put lock boxes out. Some of them won't use any of those just basic things that come with hiring a real estate agent or a professional real estate agent. And that may be something that they choose to cut. You didn't ask me specifically, so I'm just not going to spend that money on marketing or on digital ads or on video. Or something that we see most commonly is they don't spend the money on professional photography. And that's where almost every buyer starts, is online looking at videos and pictures. And that's one of the most important things, is that you hire not just a professional, a high quality photographic professional that actually markets your home, that causes the buyers to ultimately choose to save that property and to come visit it in person. If you don't, it's going to limit the people that you do. It's going to reduce the amount of showings and the interest you have, and ultimately lowers the price. So that's going to extend the timeline. It's going to lower your price and end up costing you more money. So that's something make sure you want to talk about when you're looking to save money. Make sure that this discount that you think you're getting doesn't impact the marketing budget and allows you to continue to get as much exposure and marketing as you can. This guy that we were talking about earlier in the week actually went through, and the pictures were awful. There were very few pictures. They were dark. The house hadn't been staged properly. There were dirty dishes in the sink that you could see. It wasn't set properly for a professional photo shoot to maximize the home's dollars. So you want to make sure that you're getting that kind of service from someone that you're hiring, and making sure that it's going to be the best that it can possibly be to get as many buyers that you possibly can, so you're on the market for the shortest amount of time and you get the highest net. Number 3 is negotiation skills. Now, again, this is something that comes up and may not be considered where it comes into it. Candidly, we bring it up as a fun joke when we're having conversations with people about commissions. And by the way, we always are open to a contract negotiation and a commission negotiation with our client. It has always been a negotiable item, and it continues to be a negotiable item. But where consumers often forget or don't consider how good of a negotiator is the agent that I'm hiring. I'm hiring them for a discount. And if you're hiring them for the discount, often discount agents will say, that's my value. I gave them a discount. I don't need to do anything else for them. And so they often are not the strongest negotiators. Now, often they lose a commission negotiation with you first thing, right? And so I share that with my clients. I'm like, first thing, I'm a world-class professional negotiator. I've done this over 1,100 times, and I know the problems that are coming, and I know we're going to be able to negotiate on your behalf for the best possible outcome. And you want me to discount my commission, right? And you want me to be a professional negotiator, right? For you? Awesome. And now you're asking me to lose that negotiation with you first before we get started. Did you think about that? Usually when I share that, my clients go, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. I guess you're right. And so that's one of our value propositions as we talk about being a professional negotiator. A discount agent's going to say, look, I've done my discount up front. They're not going to work hard on your active negotiations on your price. They're not going to work hard on those negotiations around closing costs. And the one that people most often overlook is around inspection items. And all of those things can cost hundreds, if not thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. And you don't have a guide around those about what's common or how to fix it or what those normal costs are. You may have some costs and some estimates on how things go, but you don't have that volume of experience on your side when you've hired a discount agent whose value is just being that discount agent as opposed to adding more value to the process. The National Association of Realtors says that negotiation or lack of negotiation, and it could be that they're just inexperienced, but it could cost you 2 to 5% throughout the total transaction. So it may be little pieces along the way. It may be they left a little money on the table in the price negotiation, then they allowed a little bit of closing cost negotiation, and then they allowed a little bit more that came out of the inspection negotiation. And all those things add up and end up in that 2 to 5% range, in addition to the other points that we've talked about. And so make sure that when you go through and you're hiring this right professional for you in this next move, make sure that you consider, do you need them to be a professional negotiator? Okay, number 4 is the hidden costs of hiring a discount agent. So when you've hired a discount agent, or if you've negotiated a discount with another agent, you may actually end up incurring some hidden costs that actually cost you more in the transaction. So what am I talking about? Well, if you have an agent that may be a traditional agent and that is not a discount agent or a discount brokerage, you may run into the fact that they're just not motivated because they lost that negotiation. They really feel undervalued and they're just not motivated to help you reach your goals. Again, it's kind of that conversation of, hey, my value is I did what they asked me to do and I'm just not going to do very much more than that. You've kind of crushed their spirit, right? And so you want to make sure that that could end up that you get into longer carrying costs, and that means utility bills, or double. You may have moved out, found that next right property, and now you've got carrying cost of the other property, your remainder property. You've got utilities, you've got ongoing care, whether it's winter care or summer care. It could be pool maintenance and grass maintenance, or snow removal, or ice, and just all the things that go through in season changes as well. And you may be going through all of that, and those additional carrying costs are something that no one thinks about. And they realize, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to negotiate, and I'm going to save this money because realtors get paid so much. And they do, but as we're showing you in this video today, they also add an enormous amount of value and really can focus on you and your goals and helping you get your highest net. So make sure you consider those hidden costs along the way. Number 5, and this is the one that we saved for the last, that we think most people don't consider, and it's people's technology and their network. Now, the network can be really obtuse and it can be hard to define, but people overlook the impact of the technology that the agent that you hire has and their natural network to allow them to have your home get the most exposure out there possible, or to have the most impact and influence on helping you find a home before all the other buyers do. Because that's something you want when you're a buyer. You want to know that you're getting ahead of everybody else, not just standing in line waiting for everyone else. And that's the thing that often discount agents just don't have the room or the finances to be able to invest in some technology that allow them to help you plan and give you good guidance to help you reach your goals. And they also, again, they find value or putting their value on the discount, and they don't necessarily have a network. And I can promise you, being an agent with an extensive network here locally, there are many homes that sell off market. There are many homes that sell and never come to market. And there's many things that are happening that are all the agents in the market are sharing and talking about who's out there. And we have networks and relationships with agents in all price categories and geographies that we work within that allows us and our clients to have the most amount of impact and influence in the market to make sure that our clients reach their goals in the timeline that they want. So make sure when you're hiring that next agent for your next move that you talk about their technology and their network and look into it. How do they use it? What does that look like? How are they investing their time and their network, and how have they had success recently with other clients? One final note, I hope you found some value in the 5 things that we've shared with you to consider when you're looking at a discount real estate agent. And I want you to know that your home is not just a property, it's an investment. And for almost everyone, it's their largest investment. It's something we all need. We all need shelter. And so you want to make sure that you're not cutting to save hundreds when you can hire a professional that can actually save you thousands. So if you're considering a discount agent and you're still not sure, we would love to offer you a free 30-minute consultation to talk to you about your options, to hear some of the things that we do in a hyper-local way that help really have a higher net and reach your timeline and avoid some of those hidden costs that we've talked about today. You can follow the links in our bio to actually schedule that free, no obligation call. We'd love to connect with you and talk through some of the things that you're thinking through. Often people say, I'm in a hurry, I've got to sell and I need to do it fast. We can help you do that. We can tell you exactly the timeline that you need to hit, or I need to make sure that I net the most no matter what. We can help with that. We can help make sure no matter the timeline, we can actually go through and tell you how we can help you net the highest amount possible. And then most of us fall in between those two things, and we can certainly help you balance those two, reach that middle ground that's so important for all of us. So when you connect with us, we'll talk about our specific marketing strategy. We'll talk about the other recent sales. We'll talk about some of the successes we're having in the market real time that can ultimately help you reach your goals. And again, this is no obligation. We're happy to connect with you and talk through these things. And look, if we're the right fit, we're happy to tell you. And if we're not, we're happy not to be that right fit. It may be that a discount's actually something that you need to do to help you reach your goals. And we're happy to share that if that's the case. So if you'd like to connect, like I say, there's connections in our bio. You can go right through there and schedule that free, no obligation time to connect with us in person, live-ish through this, through a video conference. And that will be the way we can help you. And don't forget, smart sellers don't chase discounts, they chase results. So one of these people we were telling you about recently was actually really excited to meet with us and one other agent. And the other agent was a discount agent and told them a lot of things that really made them feel good. But when you looked at their results compared to our results, it was abysmal. They had 10 sales in the past 5 years compared to our 170 93 sales in the past 5 years. And so what was happening was they were telling them what they wanted to hear, not what they need to hear. So don't forget, smart sellers chase results, not discounts. Thanks for joining us this week, and I hope you found some great value here. Please do like, subscribe, and comment. It helps us meet other great people just like you across the country and the world for that matter. And until we connect again, my name is Alex, and I'm your friend in real estate in Nashville. Until we connect again right here on this channel in another week, we'll see you again. Be well and keep on keeping on.